As women, when we can lift each other up and celebrate others' successes, we're also celebrating our own. When we feel intimidated and worried because of what someone else has, we cut that off to ourselves. When we celebrate our unique qualities, knowing that we also have access to them, we start to celebrate ourselves a little bit more. I had a friend and she was experiencing some self-worth issues. She wasn't feeling good enough in her body and she felt fat and disgusting. So I said to her, go out in public. For the next 24 hours, just observe everything you see and notice about other people and what you like about them, instead of automatically looking at something and feeling anger, jealousy, resentment, and frustration because you don't think you exhibit that quality. So her task was to just simply observe. And when she came back to me, when the 24 hours had passed, a transformation had occurred. She was looking at herself in the mirror as she was the most beautiful woman on earth. And this is for many reasons. When we celebrate the qualities that we love and we notice the things that we value and appreciate, we make it available to ourselves. We no longer look down upon it or put a judgment on it because it's not available to us. This powerful self-acceptance and letting things be and observing without fixing and changing and trying to manipulate and coming up with conclusions about that's bad for us or good for us. We're just letting the flow happen and submitting to life, because life is happening for us. Everything is happening for us. We are part of this beautiful, deep, delicious unfolding that is life. And the qualities you have are beautifully special to you. No one else is you. And no one is perfect, yet everyone is perfect. You can rest assured knowing that you are special, despite some days not being able to see it or believe it or feel it. You are. You 100% are. Self-acceptance is a really strange paradox because you see what you feel is the ugliest possible reflection in the mirror. Then comes a constant battle of right versus wrong, me versus you. Feeling of, if you can't accept me, then I must not be worthy of love, vice versa. It's this dualistic nature full of contrast and comparison. Until you truly begin to accept who you are and others for who they are at the same time to gain this whole picture in view. And when you do this, you start to understand that perfection doesn't actually exist. And together combined, we are enough as we are. At that place, the reflection in the mirror changes back to show you the most beautiful person staring back at you. And nothing whatsoever needs changing to fit any mold, template, or idea. When we genuinely don't accept ourselves, we see ourselves as separate from this whole system that we're part of. Focusing on others as well as ourselves helps us to see that whole picture and that we are normal, living, breathing human beings. When you accept yourself, you make room for others to accept themselves too. When you're confident in your gifts, you can start to cheer your competitors on and have genuine admiration for the brilliant ideas of others. What we notice and celebrate in others will show up more often in our own life. When you challenge the status quo, you're going to make others feel uncomfortable because they see your change. Your sparkle and your bravery is a direct judgment on the choice they are making to stay small. Negative reactions from others aren't about you. It's your choice to stretch, to grow, to declare that you are enough just as you are. Do not underestimate the power of your thoughts, of your actions, and most importantly, the power of you. Your resonance is unique and beautiful to you. Self-confidence, according to the Google definition, states that it's a feeling or self-assuredness arising from an appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. It tells us that it's a feeling, it's an appreciation, and it comes from knowing yourself and your abilities. If we break down confidence even further, we find that it has two major components, being self-love and self-belief. Delving into self-love, we see it's fundamental to understand that confidence is something that happens internally, from within. Self-belief shows us what's possible and how far we can go. There are no limits or boundaries with what we can achieve. With self-belief, we trust ourselves, we trust what we know, and we trust what we don't know. Internal sense of confidence or power allows you to speak your truth, take appropriate action, know your value, disagree when necessary, and always take action consistent with your own internal compass. Coach Jean Kitton. On my travels through Southeast Asia, I asked some of my fellow travellers what self-confidence meant to them. Some said, confidence in the workplace is the same as confidence in a relationship. You have to trust your colleagues. Going with the flow of what makes you happy. Preparation is key. Having a positive attitude. Feeling the atmosphere and reacting upon it. We know that it can mean many different things to different people based on their own experiences with being confident. When we create a framework for confidence to exist and to flow, we can think about what it looks like and feels like and how it's applied. We can see the end result of what it gives us and how it benefits our lives. When we structure an idea or concept in this way, we can then more easily identify ourselves within it, applying it in a structured way to get very tangible results. The truth is, we never really need to go anywhere. We never really need to change our hair, lose weight, make lists of everything we need to become before we're worthy of love, happiness, and joy. We never need to change, but we think we do. There are times when we think we will, but our essence very much remains the same. If we ever feel that someone does not like us, it's usually a sign that we don't actually like them. If someone doesn't make themselves emotionally available for a relationship, it's usually because we felt we didn't want to make ourselves available to them. And there's a reason for that. At a point in time, we did not feel they were right for us. And there are parts of us that know this. There are parts of us that are infinitely intelligent, and we can trust the things in life that are happening to us. On a certain level, we may have these limiting beliefs that are in the way, but I truly believe that we adopt these limiting beliefs in order to learn from them, to change them in favor of who we are and who we are to become. The more honest we can become with ourselves, the easier it is to recognize and realize our feelings and how our feelings impact events and relationships. Our feelings hold an incredible amount of energy, and if we can be honest from the beginning, we can discern what is truth versus our fear. This poem is called Wiping Clean, and it's from one of my books, The Sovereign Sage. If I had only wiped clean the mask from my face, I would have felt like I fitted in from the beginning. But I would have understood that I don't need to fit in at all. And the irony is that I was enough from the start. And the liner on my eyes and the colour on my lips only separated me from the world. and to become whole in myself and to further accept others, I needed to see my truth in the mirror, without makeup, naked, vulnerable with it all.